I remember one time the one woman, old lady, saw me at this place, and uh, because she had watched the video.
Yeah.
And saw how I maltreated the lady in the video. So she saw me and she slapped me. She said, "Don't treat her like that again."
I like to understand like how it was from a youth coming up until present day. So how was it? You know, basically you're from the eastern region.
Yeah, I am.
Things,
I am, and
eastern region of Ghana. Yeah, to be precise.
Latte.
Yeah. Latte. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it hasn't been easy. You know, it wasn't all that easy growing up. You know.
Okay. So were you actually born in the eastern region?
No, I was actually born in Accra.
Accra. Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Labadi.
Wow. No. Nice,
yeah,
nice,
and it was, you know, it's beautiful out there. Sometimes you have to experience a life, you know.
That's right.
To get you to where you want to be. So it's good.
Definitely. Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. Okay. So life in Lab. So you actually attended primary in Labadi, or was it from time
I did. I attended primary and everything. Later on, we just moved from. My dad had to move us from that place to another place.
Okay.
You know? So yeah.
Okay. So did you from time to time go back to the village and visit family in the village, or you just kept it more time within Accra?
You know, I'm not really into those kind of things.
Okay. Okay.
Once in a while, I will, you know, when there's a family gathering, you know, and because of the work that we do now, it's very difficult to connect with some of the family people. Yeah. But once in a while, we go there.
You go there and check on them. Yeah. Tradition and you know, family side of things.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
It's important, yeah.
Okay, so let's move to like secondary school. What secondary school did you attend?
I actually went to a technical school. I went to ATTC.
ATTC, okay.
Yeah, I did architecture there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to be a draftsman. Let me just say I'm a draftsman still.
Okay.
You know, because that's what I infuse in my music as well.
That's right.
So yeah.
Okay.
That's where I attended school.
Okay, so you went to technical schools, and after that, so where did the music come in?
I was already doing music when I was doing all that.
You mean producing or singing?
I was producing as well.
Okay, so for yourself, or you producing for other artists?
I was producing for other artists as well.
Okay.
You know, I was at Mixman Studios in Awoshi.
Awoshi, all right.
Yeah, that's where I did my 102s.
Okay, okay.
So when I was going to school, I was producing at the same time I was doing draftsmanship.
Wow.
You have to hustle.
Yeah, absolutely so essential.
Yeah, well, it was an amazing journey.
Yeah.
For me, because I wanted to learn.
Yes.
I wanted to learn a lot of things, and by the grace of God, I was able to. You know, because I'm not the type of person that wants to know only one thing, because you don't know where life is going to take you to. So
that's right.
Yeah, I was just learning
all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, you were actually traveling from Labadi to Awoshi.
No, we moved to Awoshi actually.
Okay. So within the same area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we moved.
All right. So as we all know, the track that actually brought you to fame was the Azonto Coast.
Azonto Ghost, yeah,
featuring that was kind of like a soundtrack for one of the Ghanaian movies. Yeah. Tell us, how did that come up?
So speaking of talking about learning, you know, I actually went to the studio. There was this person, you know, I used to be in a group. Bisa, the Boys in Serious Action. We were 3.
Yeah.
So we met this man. He said he's gonna help us.
Okay.
And his name is Aframali. He said he's gonna help us. So we started going to their studios. That's ProX Studios, and where they edit movies. Like he's a big boy. He's edited most of the popular Ghanaian movies. So, and the Nigerian movies, some of them. So we went there, and I saw an opportunity.
Yes.
And I said, I want to learn how to do motion graphics and visual effects. So I started with that. Whilst we were waiting to be,
So
out there.
this is all during the time you had the group together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it got to a point where we had to go our separate ways. But I had this vision, like I said, I wanted to learn a lot of things. So I was doing that. I was learning, and then since I'm a producer, it got to a point where I had to do sound score because nobody was there to do it at that point. So my boss would give me the work.
Of course.
And while I was doing the motion graphics and visual effects, he would give me the sound score to it, and I would do it.
That's right.
I'll take the work home, and then I would do it. And then when there's a need for me to do the soundtrack, I would do the soundtrack and put it out. And then Azonto Ghost just came in. AA Productions just came to me and said he wants me to do a soundtrack for this movie. And it actually wasn't the first one. The first one was actually Metamfo.
Okay, yeah. I was about to come to that.
The first one was actually Metamfo. I did Metamfo. Metamfo came out before Azonto Ghost.
Okay.
And there was a lot of pressure. I remember there was a lot of pressure on Azonto Ghost.
Yeah.
When I was working on the movie, the producer they were in a haste to release the movie, so there was a lot of pressure.
What was the name of the movie?
Azonto Ghost.
Yeah, that was actually the name of the movie.
Yes.
Okay. And
so they were in a haste to bring the movie out, and I was, I had only like some few hours to produce a track, and I had already lied to them that I'm done. The kind of
I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm like 10 hours away.
Yeah, because actually it takes like a week or two to do the whole movie, the sounds put the sounds together. So I just went to the studio, and the most funny thing is, the funny part actually is, it was like 30 minutes to an hour to finish that song.
Wow.
They had to produce and master everything.
Everything within the hour max.
Yeah. Wow. There was pressure.
Serious pressure going on.
I just put one or two together.
So did you actually produce the beat within the hour and lace your vocals?
Yeah. I did.
Wow.
I did. It was
so
actually...
That time were you using Fruity Loops?
No, I wasn't. I recently started using Fruity Loops. It's funny. I'm one of the OGs, you know what I'm saying? When I started learning to produce, it was Reason, Cubase, Nuendo,
old school.
Old school Pro Tools, that vibe. So Fruity Loops was the last thing.
Definitely.
Almost all the songs that I produced, it was with Reason. I use Reason a lot. So it was with Reason particularly. Yeah, so that was what happened.
Wow.
And then I gave Azonto Ghost to the producer. And then before I noticed, it was everywhere. I was surprised,
I mean, during that time I was in London, and it was like, that was like during the introduction stage to Azonto, sound that popped off.
Yeah, it came at the right time.
So it was like, when you hear that beat, the sound, there was something about it just, and then the dance started trending.
Yeah.
So it was like that sound actually worked with the dance moves.
True.
Yeah. It just
True.
worked.
I produced that like the same time, but I had already done IE, and it was in the movie. It was somewhere in the movie, but they wanted the main soundtrack.
Okay.
That was Azonto Ghost. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh wow, it's beautiful. It's beautiful because like the way it kicked off such a big vibe in Ghana, all around the world.
It was.
Yeah.
I remember that time. It was all over. We were playing shows here and there.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
And funny enough, as you've mentioned, that you actually done Metamfo, because I thought, to my knowledge, I came across Azonto Ghost first. Then so like after that, we actually want to follow up. That's when you came up with the that's when I got Metamfor.
That was actually what happened with everybody. When Azonto Ghost came out, everybody started looking for me.
Yes.
You know, and then they discovered some of my songs.
Yeah.
Like Azonto Ghost, some of the soundtracks. I've got like a lot of soundtracks that it's funny when I'm in Accra, some when I perform, they know.
Yeah.
Some when I perform, they don't know. But when I leave Accra, it's crazy.
That's true. That's true.
You know, word for word,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a beautiful thing to see. You know,
Because I actually believe they were even playing your music more in London than even in Ghana.
It got to a point, like when I released Mohandin over that song,
crazy.
It was crazy in London. I remember, it was so crazy in London. Yeah, the girls were going crazy, and that it was beautiful.
I do also remember when you brought up Metamfo, but on the same kind of rhythm you brought Madamfo.
It wasn't the same rhythm.
It wasn't the same rhythm. Yeah?
No, not at all. It wasn't the same rhythm,
but it kind of had some type of similarities.
Yeah, because I used the same tones to produce the beat. So yeah. So the same tones. It was I've even forgotten about that song, Madamfo.
Madamfo.
Yeah, but it's such a beautiful piece. You know.
So to be honest, I thought that was kind of like the good version of.
The funny thing is that when I create, I also try to look at the other side.
That's right.
I don't like when I do the soundtracks. I don't want it to be limited.
That's right.
To the movie alone.
Yeah.
So I make it in such a way that everybody can enjoy it.
Everybody can enjoy it. Yeah.
And that was what actually helped me. It helped me a lot.
Yeah, because I do remember. Back in the day, there were so many other producers or artists out there that used to actually just do songs for movies, but the songs never really came out. It was just for the movie, and that was about it. So you actually brought something.
Yeah, you have to be smart about everything.
Definitely, without a doubt. Yeah,
that's what I did.
So let's move to like when you came up with tracks like Brother and Mansa. You know, those took you to a different level. Total different level. It did. So tell me about which one came first, Mansa or Brother?
It came. I forgot.
You forgot.
But it came at the same time. I remember.
Yeah.
No, it was Mansa that came first.
Okay.
Mansa came first, and I dropped Brother. It was the same.
Yeah, we did the same. Yeah.
I think it was the same month or so.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then definitely it was award winning.
Yeah, it was crazy. There's actually a whole lot of story around those two songs.
Okay, so tell me about Mansa. Was it dedicated to somebody, or you just were in the studio writing and just?
It wasn't dedicated to anybody. Okay. One time I was in the studio and I was planning on how to give people something different. At the same time, I was trying to, because of High Life, I was trying to try to get the attention of the young and the old.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And I got the idea. And I said, let me produce a beat.
Yeah.
This type of way.
Yeah.
You know, add some guitars and you know, some
because it had that traditional feel.
Yes.
But it wasn't too local.
At the same time, you know, I'd add some things that will make it's modern, but it's not modern.
That's right.
Yes. So then I got the vibe, the Mansa vibe. Miko Marco Dinansa. You know, when it gets to Christmas,
of course,
people in our tradition, you know, you have to go to your hometown to celebrate with your people. So I just thought about all of these things, and I said, let me put that in the music. Christmas is coming. Let me just say Mansa Miko, and I said Nijo, you know, and you know, before I knew it was
a hit.
Yeah.
Everywhere, all about the place.
Yeah.
How many awards did you win for that one?
Mansa.
Uncountable.
Let me see. I think it's over 10.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, it's over. I'm sure it's about, with citations and that, I'm sure it's over 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Then we come to the track, is it Baba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to Baba.
Yeah. I realized the tempo kind of dropped down. Because with the Mansa,
No,
Brother.
but it actually came before Mansa.
Okay.
Brother
okay.
came before Mansa. A lot of songs came before Mansa. Pepe or The Carpenter.
The Carpenter, big tune.
Yeah, a lot of songs, including all the soundtracks.
Yeah, definitely. Odo Carpenter, it hits people's hearts.
Too much, you know, especially the video.
Yeah.
The video, the way I shot the video, I remember one time
Who was the director behind that video?
It was Prince Dovelo.
Oh, Dovelo. Big up Dovelo, man.
I remember one time the one woman, old lady, saw me at this place, and because she had watched the video.
Yeah.
And saw how I maltreated the lady in the video. So she saw me and she slapped me. She said, "Don't treat her like that
again." Oh, Lord. You see, that's the thing, the power of music and art.
Yeah.
You know, some people can take it, personal.
Yeah.
No matter
they
what.
can take it real personal. Because it's actually one of the things that got me into the Francophone market.
Okay.
The storytelling. Yeah, so because even though they don't understand what I say, they watch the videos and they understand the assignment.
Understand exactly what's going on. Yeah. So let's come down to 2022. You got one of your tracks featured in Christmas.
The Jingle Jangle movie.
How did that come about? Did they approach you or did you find them?
Oh, they did approach me. It was Asil, my song Asil. It got to a point where I used to tell everybody that Asil was my biggest, because it's got all the streams and the attention, the videos that were coming was crazy. Mansa is there. Mansa is on a different level as well, but Asil was, it was
worldwide attention. Certain corners that
Yeah, so they approached me, and the producers of Jingle Jangle, they approached me and they said, "We would like for you to feature your song in our movie, in this Hollywood movie, blah blah blah." And they forwarded the email to me. It was too good to be true. I'm like, nah, let's cross check. Let's
see if it is actually real.
It was actually real, and we did. The emails was going on, and then we realized that everything was real. So we were on a Zoom call. We were doing this and that, and it was actually like a whole year. We took like a whole year to do that project.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the back and forth and that, and the studio recordings and that. Yeah, but it was after it was good, and I had the chance to meet some few people. They really told me how they really like my music and that how they're gonna push the song, and
Okay.
So I was really happy about it.
That was definitely a big look, and it wasn't just a big look for you, but the whole of Ghana.
Not Ghana alone, the whole of Africa. Because when it came out, like it was like finally somebody is representing us in a Hollywood movie, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen every day.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, and the fact that is a high life tune. In an American movie was beautiful for everyone. Everybody was talking about it. Yeah.
During conversations I have with artists, I always like to talk about the whole Afrobeat story.
Okay.
And then this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to have a personal conversation with you. Because when we talk about the Afrobeat story, you are one of them. You understand? You were there from like a stage where when I started putting my music together, we didn't title it Afrobeats. We were calling it hip life.
Yeah,
you understand. So in the selection, we were putting it as hip life, your music, and then over a period of time, and then we identified that we're gonna call like music of I tend to put it music of African origin.
Yeah.
That's how I call it, Afrobeats. But now, you know, we have certain people calling it, okay, Afro beats from Nigeria, and then Afro beats, and then it just goes round and round and round. But as I was saying, when it comes to the conversation, I put you deeply in there because you were, you know, foundation. Now, back to the matter. At the moment, Ghana artists. When we talk about the story of Afrobeats, it's like we're kind of sidelined. You understand? We know the story is that there's actually even a movie on there. They did mention that Ghana is the foundation, but when a lot of the stories are coming, it's coming from Nigeria. A lot of the Afrobeats are actually like Nigerian artists featured. You understand? So what's your feel on? What's your take on it?
I have a lot of things. I've thought about a lot of things, and every day I preach about this kind of things. You know, before we talk about Afrobeats, I think as Ghanaians we need to talk about high life first.
Yes,
you understand? Because the truth of the matter is, it all started in Ghana.
That's
and high life was the mother of everything.
Of course,
you understand. It was Fela that came to Ghana,
and
learned high life, and then gave it another name. So basically, the whole thing evolves around high life. You understand? Ghana, that's the story that we're supposed to carry. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons why we're being sidelined, because we don't really talk about these things. Let's talk about high life. I've been preaching this for a long time. If we tell our story enough, then people are going to know that this is where this is from. You understand? Because we didn't create Afrobeats, but we created high life.
Yes.
But if you talk about high life and you let everybody know that this is where it's coming from, I think people are going to appreciate it more.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and one person can, or two people can do it. We need to come together, you know, by
team, as a family,
by creating award schemes, pushing people to do high life more and more and more. And that's what's the only thing that is going to help change or project the name of high life. But the story is different now. And totally. I say this, you know, I have this thing in me that I don't want to do what everyone else is doing.
Yes. Yeah.
So when people are doing it, the scenery has changed. Yes, at a point you might have to tap into some 102s, but then don't forget where you're coming from.
No, never.
You know, never. Yeah, and I can tell you for a fact that high life has gotten me to places that I never thought I would be.
Yeah,
you get me. So it's important that we come back and check on these kind of things, because it can take us far. But I also think that because of this, is it rivalry or I don't know, there's this thing between Ghanaians and Nigerians that when a Ghanaian is doing something and a Nigerian sees it, I don't know if it's out of love or everybody wants to be there. So when a Nigerian is doing something, Ghanaians want to be there. When a Ghanaian is doing something, Nigerians want to be there. So it's kind of like a competition, or I don't want to put it like that, but that's how it seems.
Okay.
You know, because let's say Nigerians are, I say this thing that Nigerian has a big market. We don't have our market is very small.
Very small, yeah.
So where they push themselves to, we can't. We need that investors that push them to get ourselves there. Yeah. And it's the fact.
But would you also, I tend to believe, one thing I've seen between, or the difference between the Ghanaians and Nigerians is that they kind of still pay homage or pay respects to the people that started. People like Fela, you understand? Fela, you know, all those like artists that paved the way. They still talk about them. But I think in Ghana, I know sometimes we talk about Daddy Lumba, Kojo Ntwi, but I don't think we give them the respect.
No, it's true. It's actually been there for ages.
Yeah.
And right now that we're in this social media era, is a crazy crowd. You know, it's very crazy.
Bad.
You go on Twitter and people try to disrespect legends.
Bad.
You go on Facebook, people try to disrespect people that are, you know, they put their lives down to do a lot of things just for the name of Ghana. So it's bad. It's something that I think we need to really look into.
Yeah, definitely.
Really look into, because I've been preaching about this a long time. You know, sometimes I go on Twitter, me myself, I write some things, and you will see the way insults will come, and they do it to everybody. And I think it's just because of free speech.
Yeah. But free speech is in so many countries, but the way I feel we deal with it in Ghana
is different.
Because, like, look at how Wizkid, he wasn't able to perform.
Yeah.
But you could see Nigerians kept it, you know, on. But I feel if it was a Ghanaian, that, you understand, he would have been war.
Yeah,
it would have been war. And
it's happened a lot of times. It's still happening.
Still happening, yeah.
And
we need to protect our artists.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot. Honestly, it's going to take a lot. It's just that we need to come together, you know, and have a plan. Yeah. I have a plan towards all these kind of things. You know, recently I had an interview and I was talking about Gamro and our royalty system and how we're supposed to put it so that legends, when somebody has worked their way to the top and they retire, and they are supposed to get some money as their pension money.
Of course,
it's difficult now. So we need to have a way that would ease everything down so that legends, you know, all the big legends that don't really have it, can also make something out of it.
Definitely,
you know,
something set up for them.
You know, because people have been through a lot. They've been suffering. Some don't know about the royalty system, so they don't really make anything out of it. Because when you go, even in Gambia, when you go to Gambia, they don't have a system where artists can just go online and register. You have to go there and update your, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
I mean, this day and age, new technology being about.
New technology. Yeah, so we need to, it's a whole lot in the industry, with this industry. Yeah. We need to come together, we need to strategize, have plans and a lot of things. Yeah, need to happen.
More love in the system.
Yes, it's really important.
Yeah. Because we have so much good artists, you know.
It's a lot.
But it's like, we kind of getting stuck.
It's stuck
behind the closed doors, not getting out. We're not getting tracks on the billboard. Now it's just about, you know, maybe it's like Black Sharif is getting one or two in there, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's just because of the way Ghana has turned into now. When there's a new artist, they try to rubbish. Some people, not everybody. Some people try to rubbish the ones that are already there. And then focus on it, and then another artist comes and then they try to rubbish this one. So we don't pay homage to a lot of people. No. That's the problem. You know, we have a serious problem when it comes to that. Yeah.
Yes. Something brand new.
Yeah.
Whatever was in the past.
It's in the past. We're done with it. Yeah.
That's true. That's really true. Because in UK, I do remember, or even up to now, when a DJ that plays like Afrobeats or hip life and high life from UK, when they do a set, they would fly from back and come forward. Yeah, but within Ghana, a DJ doesn't really do that. If he does that, he's in trouble. Where we old school, you understand? So there's some type of stigma that you know things of the past is rubbish.
Yeah, so it's made it very difficult.
Definitely,
in here. You know, for an artist to really propel, because it's hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I feel it absolutely.
I talk to some people. Me per se, I took a different market as well.
Yeah,
you know, so I don't really complain about that, because I realized that from the onset. So I said, oh, okay, I know this is gonna happen in the future. So I was thinking about outside the box. But that's the problem. Some of us too, we don't have that idea. So maybe. Well, everybody has their own way of thinking. At the same time, they have their plan. So, if you don't really have these kind of plans like I've had, there's something in Ghana that when you don't have controversies around you, nobody's going to mind you. You understand? So, it's been, the music scene has been, it got to a point there. It's like, it's been like some few chosen people. So if it's not, maybe this person is that person. If it's not this person, is that person. And the music scene is just around, the few people. So it makes other people. My only concern really is people coming from the diaspora. It's very important when they come and they ask, oh, what artist is here? What artist is here? What artist is here? All the names they mention are the ones that have controversies, like Shatta, Stone is there, Sarko there. It evolves around, and that's the another problem. Because we tend to look at the other way, instead of looking into the bottle fully. Is another problem, I think.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the the downside of but I think let's go straight into it. You're about to release a new album, titled Original. When I came across the CD cover, I was like, this is beautiful. Absolutely. I mean, it's straight in your face, and then it's on there, Original.
Very original.
How many tracks on the brand new album? 14 tracks. Any features?
Plenty
features. Ghana only, or Ghana, Nigeria?
Oh, okay. I have Memphis Depay on there, the footballer. I have Stoneboy, I have Tenny, I have Kiddy, I have Sefa.
Is there going to be a first single release off it, the album first?
I'm just this time around, I'm just gonna drop the album, but there are some chosen songs that we're gonna
push out.
But there are some tracks that I'd love for people to listen to. Like, I have this song on the album called One Day. The one featuring Tenny is beautiful. Too Much featuring Sefa is beautiful. Me and Camido is a wedding vibe. And Me and Memphis is a party vibe. So there are songs that I want people to.
So definitely, it's definitely an album for us, check out and then
stream. And this time around, I didn't go on a full high life thing.
Okay.
I tried to change it a bit.
Okay. So what's the vibe? Is there any bit of Amapiano in there? I
have Amapiano on there. I have I have is it hip hop or R&B? My first track is a bit. I used it to tell my story, and I wanted to tell my story in an emotional but aggressive way. So I said, let me use this kind of beat because I can't use a high life beat to tell the story well, because that's why I said it's original, because my intro song is actually something from my heart, the things that happened to me from ever since I started my career. The things some people haven't been fair to me, and some things that happen naturally in nature. So I had to say some few things in there. So it's like a mixture of genres. Yes, but it has everything. Every genre on there has a bit of high life vibe. The high life element.
High life in there.
Yes.
A bit of the Afrobeat in there. I'm a piano, hip hop, R&B. A mixture.
Yes.
Definitely going all through the album. Yeah, it's definitely something we need to, push out there.
Of course.
And hopefully get some awards on there.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Billboard status.
Of course.
Yeah. You never know, Oscar. Everything.
Of course.
We're pushing
all of it.
Right to the sky.
To the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, Bisa, I would like to say a big thank you for joining me today. And
you're welcome.
Definitely, after the release of the album, a few months down the line, we can have another chat and see.
Yeah, definitely.
How far things have gone.
Definitely.
Thank you, Ra.
You're welcome, bro.
One love.